For Fort Wayne, their first ban. Decisions. And Warwick, no surprise there. I don't ever think he's going to be playing Warwick this entire tournament.
So, do you want to talk?
I recommend skipping.
The Lulu is the return ban from IU Bloomington. And they are actually going to be targeting Parnellix's jungle pool very heavily. It's already 2 bans coming out, the Hecarim and the Warwick. So, I'm already seeing these first 2 bans coming out, and I'm wondering what they're going to try to give Parnellix. If they're going to have to try to pick him in the first round here, make sure he has a comfort champion, or if he's going to actually suffer a little bit more. Ooh, IU Bloomington with the target bans on the support, and the Camille comes out as the final ban from Fort Wayne. Let's see what IU Bloomington actually has to offer here as his final ban. Five seconds left. Are they just going to run it? Oh, and it is going to be the 3rd support ban. Really targeting heavily towards Keep Yourself Safe, not wanting him to have any kind of comfort champion. And they pick away the Nami from Easy Ace in the first round, wanting to have as much of a comfort pick as we can. And Parnellix does grab the Graves for the jungle, so the double ban looks like it's not going to affect him too much, as well as the Nami pick away for Fort Wayne. Karma is probably, it can be a flex. You could see that coming out of 3 in the mid lane, but more than likely it is going to be down on Easy Ace in the support. Ivern's going to be picked on the side of Fort Wayne, and we'll see. They are hovering the Caitlyn, so we'll see if they want to actually take this. And force out some early game tower pressure. Now we're just trolling here. Yeah, it is going to be the Caitlyn looking to try to siege up with the Nami and the Ivern shields, and they're already starting to show that they want to make sure that their comp is going to be heavily siege heavy. I would not be surprised to see some sort of heavy wave clear champion out of the mid laner from Fort Wayne side. Heimerdinger, I doubt that that's a real pick, but we'll see. And the Vayne is being hovered. I don't think that that is going to be locked in here. I could be wrong, but I do not think that that'll... Oh, it is! The Vayne is going to be locked in, so I'm excited to see this matchup, because historically, Vayne does not do very well into Caitlyn. I do know that Bloody Red Road is a very good Vayne player. However, that lane matchup with the amount of CC that Fort Wayne is already showing is going to be kind of difficult for Vayne. And the Karthus comes out from 3. I haven't seen Karthus in a long time. I see him every once in a while, but he really doesn't show up pretty much ever. The Ziggs hover, and of course, Akali, Crit Akali in the name. He looks like he's going to be playing Akali topside here. And the Ziggs is locked in, trying to push in the Karthus in the early game, make the roams, and try to take those towers with the satchels. And I'm actually really not surprised to see Ziggs here. Ziggs Caitlyn combo actually works really, really well. Caitlyn able to just siege up and chip away towers over and over again through waves and waves of minions, and then Ziggs able to just finish him off, especially with that empowered auto with his through his passive. So they've already showed that they are a very, very heavy siege team. With a split push Akali, I don't really see how Akali works into their team comp very well, other than maybe split pushing and then teleporting into fights. So we'll have to see how that Akali is used.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I sit here?
You may.
I'm not really good at English, but I'll try to catch what you're...
You are absolutely fine.
Thank you.
And so we're actually just waiting on the... Yeah, you're on the. So it is going to be the Galio into the Akali matchup. I don't know. I don't know how to use that. So it is going to be the Galio picked into the Akali here. I'm really actually not sure how that matchup goes. You actually might be able to.
Sweet.
You might actually be able to dodge the Q from Galio that
So am I
dash.
talking?
Yep, you're good.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Thanks.
fine. You are now in the stream. Say hello.
Hi, this is Daniel. This is my first time casting game.
Well,
I'm pretty excited I'm about to see the Vayne plays, and yeah, I really do love Vayne.
yeah. Well, thank you for helping me cast here. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought two is better than one. Yeah.
Well, let's actually look at the team comps here. So, from Team 1 over here with Fort Wayne, we do have the Akali coming out in the top lane. And like I already said, they already have a very, very heavy siege team. They have some really nice disengage with Daisy, as well as the 90% slows that the shields provide. They have some fantastic wave clear with Ziggs, and Caitlyn can just chip down towers so incredibly quickly. And then the execute that Ziggs can provide is just absolutely disgusting to have to deal with. So it looks like IU Bloomington's going to have to hard engage every single time because Fort Wayne just wants to try to cut back and try to trip towers as much
Yes,
as
exactly. Team. What is the team?
IU Bloomington.
Yeah, IU Bloomington definitely wants to engage on them.
Yeah, it's gonna be. The problem is they don't have anyone to be able to jump into the fight with Galio Ultimate. So the only dis-synergy that I really see here is that they don't actually have they don't have a tank outside of Galio. Galio really thrives with being a frontline tank, but also
Right.
being able to utilize that ultimate with like a Vi or a Fiora or someone who can engage heavily onto the backline quickly.
Right. Pretty much.
I mean, from what I know of 3, he definitely ints a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's a suicide Karthus. So we have a minute and 30 left before we're actually going to begin a game here. Bot lane, I expect really to get pushed in from the side of IU Bloomington. I really see Fort Wayne dominating that bot side, unless they're able to come out from some really nice ganks from Fernelix with that Graves and able to burst down the Caitlyn quickly. But in the early game, I really see them getting pushed in on pretty much all fronts. I don't know how the matchup from Galio and Akali goes. You don't really see many Akali's top, and Galio is usually banned in my ranked games, so I don't see too much.
Dude, you're pretty good at this. Have you ever cast her?
Yeah. So I actually cast for I do it occasionally. I try to do as much as possible, but I'm very busy. I actually try to cast for a Discord community called First Blood.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun. And then I also am actually the assistant coach for IU Bloomington's team, so that helps as well. So we're actually going to be in game very, very shortly here. Just about 30 seconds. So, all right. We're just going to wait here for the rest of that spectator delay to finish up. I'm super loud. And it looks like we are going to be in load screen now. And here we go. Pretty much standard masteries across the board from what I can see. Graves is running the Storm Raider Surge, so he's looking to try to keep up with whoever is trying to run away from his burst. So that'll actually help him stay in range fairly well. So let's see if we see any cheesy level 1s here. I don't expect them to. None of the teams really have a strong engage in the level 1 here. So I don't expect to see any level 1s, but at the same time, I mean, you never know. Strictly on a team compositional level, which team do you think has the advantage here?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, there's no Goshen. I'm sorry. I would like to. I really like blue team because Caitlyn is always like solid pick. Whoever you against.
Well, they have a very solid team of what they want to do. They want to be able to force down towers with the Caitlyn and the Kali, or not the Kali.
She will definitely want to use her range.
Yes.
Their chomp their Kali down. Probably, I'm expecting there's not gonna be like big team fight for a while until later.
As if Fort Wayne has it their way, they should be able to disengage properly after getting towers and not actually get hard engaged from Bloomington. IU Bloomington doesn't, like, their biggest flaw is that they don't have any hard engage. I mean, you have Graves jumping in, Galio sure has his dash in, and that's really it. Like,
They don't have direct engage.
and against a team that wants to shut down and all of your towers and really just push you in and be completely objectively focused, you really, really need that hard engage to be able to overcompensate for that. So it looks like it is going to be no level 1 shenanigans. It looks like they're just going to go standard lanes here, nothing special. The Q is going to land from Easy Ace there, getting a little bit of gold off that, but no real damage is taken. Yeah, and we already see Zig starting to push in the Karthus a little bit there in the mid lane. I'm not surprised on that one. And like I said, I don't know how this top matchup goes at all. It's between Akali and Galio. Like, you just don't see too many Akali's top lane, and then when you do, usually Galio's also either banned or picked, so you don't see him. And we already see Caitlyn going to work here, forcing out the Vayne and the Karma, really just able to sustain up, not able to do anything with that sustain.
Sorry about that, my mic was off.
Oh no!
I just figured that out.
That's unfortunate. Alright,
yes. Anyway, I never seen Kali on the top lane and usually Galio either because they usually got banned, but I don't remember the ban.
Oh, that was actually some good damage. Wow, that was some really good damage coming out from Karthus there.
Yeah, because that land by itself without hitting minions, it does
double damage. Yep.
Yes.
And oh, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, there was some. I mean, Akali top actually used to be a thing for a very, very short period of time. Actually, the hard engage coming out, the 90 caliber net hitting the Karma and the smoke screen hitting, but not any kind of damage to follow up in the bot lane. So both, all members get out safely. Doesn't look like. Oh, Nami's flash was exposed, but that's it.
Purifying element.
So it looks like Caitlyn and Nami are just back to shoving into the lane again. And oh, Graves is coming in for the repeat gank. Nami has no flash, so she might go down here. It looks like it is. And first blood goes out to Pernelix, killing the Nami. But Ivory is here to ensure that Caitlyn is going to be safe. Unfortunately, Pernelix might go down here on the Graves. The Ignite coming down, but can't Karma go with the... Oh, no. The shield's coming out from Ivern. And Karma having to flash away to safety. Karthus trying to go in on this Zig. Zig's being forced to flash over the wall. Karthus actually flashed to re-engage. And unfortunately, both losing for nothing. Alright. So now that we have the mic situation figured out, a pause actually coming out here. Not sure what's going on. Do we know what happened with the pause? Oh, do we know which player it was?
Their top laner?
to? Like from the
jungle. So it looks like Parnellix, the jungle from IU Bloomington, forgot to bring his charger for his laptop. So
I've done it a couple times. Middle of the game, my computer just got shut off. Happened
well,
a couple times.
unfortunately, this is at a tournament at IU Kokomo, and so basically you're just boosted at this point. So it looks like we're just trying to get him back into game here, get him charged up, and he should be back online fairly shortly here. I'm not sure if that was the reason why he died. I don't think it was. He wasn't stopping any kind of movement or anything like that.
So which side jungler card was it Graves or Iber?
Graves, yeah, Graves was the one
okay.
who
And
it looks like the pause is actually being finished here. Ooh, the cannon's being missed by Exorcism. That's kind of that's unfortunate. It's a lot of gold that is being missed for pretty much nothing. Kali liking to use her passive just to try to stay pretty healthy with that extra spell.
Meanwhile, their mid laner and top laner bot all backing.
Pretty much all lanes are actually recalling, just trying to shove it out and then try to get a favorable back. Graves does have to be kind of careful just because he's the only one that's not in Fountain right now. He's actually going to the mid. I don't think he really should be there. And that Akali skin just tilts the crap out of me. She's got a crab claw. And I don't even know what to deal with.
Can we go look at that Akali skin? I missed it.
I'm sure we'll go back and look at it eventually.
Alright.
But yeah, that Akali skin just it tilts me, man. If we look in the CS numbers, we do see that Graves is up by about 12 CS. But unfortunately, we have the Galio down by about 6.
Also,
And
Vayne is now
is
more than 10 CS.
yeah, Vayne is really hurting for CS. And we did expect that, and some of that is standing in mid here. He should be able to get some of that back, but unfortunately it's not going to be 15 minutes. That's 2 waves full of minutes. So, ooh, getting hit by the bubble and the ebb and flow from the Nami coming out, making sure that any kind of harass back she took was healed, as well as taking out some of Vayne's health. Ending up being 11 down after all of that is said and done. Kali going in on Galio and actually taking him down to about half health. But it looks like that is going to be the end of the trade. Galio's actually pushing in Ziggs, and I'm kind of surprised that Galio has that kind of lane pressure. They're even in CS, so I feel like Ziggs should be doing better, but Ziggs came back with an Amptome and a Doran's ring, and Karthus was able to come back with a Catalyst. See, look at that skin.
Oh man, I missed it again. I'm sorry.
You are absolutely fine.
So it seems like Graves.
Oh, the Condemn coming out and the root landing, and it looks like it is going to be a dead Nami. They wanted to give it over to the Vayne there, but unfortunately, bubble hit, and she wasn't able to get that last block off. Akali going in, but the knockup coming down from Galio, and the taunt lands, he's going to walk away safely, but it doesn't matter because Akali comes in himself, and she does land the Q, and we got the flash having to come out from the Galio, saving his life, unfortunately having to waste that summoner spell, not quite respecting the damage from the Akali that she can bring out. Looks like Galio's just going to recall it to reset here. And it looks like they are going to be going down off the fire dragon. It should be relatively quick, but Daisy does come out, so it might not be a sweet hope, because Daisy is...
It's like their Caitlyn is staying bot.
Oh, Daisy goes down, but it looks like they was enough to bring them off dragon. I can't quite tell. Karthus and Ziggs trading, and no, they are back on the dragon. And the early smite from Ivor, the ultimate coming down from Karthus, and it is going to be finished off by Bane with the Ivor. Total for 1 kill with 3 assists and a fire dragon for their troubles. I mean, kind of a lack of rotation from bot side, not really wanting to take out not wanting to fight at the dragon, even though they did have Daisy out. Daisy is a huge portion of Ivor's damage stats and CC.
It does. It seems like their bottom doesn't really wanting to take that fire dragon.
I don't think it was that they didn't want it. It was more of just, I think they got so focused on pushing it in. And I think that they thought that Bloomington was going to back off after Daisy came out, which most people would have, but they persisted. Graves actually destroys Daisy, just because Graves can continually knock Daisy back, and Daisy can get those auto attack procs to be able to get those 2-3 knockups.
Right.
Ziggs is landing some really nice poke on top of Karthus.
That was good trade for Ziggs.
That was a lot of damage coming out. Coming back with that Fiendish Codex and that Lost Chapter. He actually shouldn't have any kind of mana issues after getting that Lost Chapter now.
There's more mana for Ziggs?
So, what Lost Chapter does is, every time you level up, get a kill or an assist, you get 20% of your total mana back.
Yes.
Just get it back. So that'll be super nice for Ziggs in the late phase. However, we still see Caitlyn miles ahead of Bane on CS numbers. Down by almost 30. That's really unfortunate. And top lane is suffering a little bit, not a lot. Ooh, the damage coming out from Caitlyn. Ooh, bringing Easy Ace's Karma down to about 10-15% HP. Yakali opting into going in, but it's Galio. He finished Spectre's Cowl. It's not really going to be able to do a whole lot to him now. And just zoning out this Vayne so hard. Galio actually opting in to go back in because the Graves is there. The taunt does land, the flash does not matter. Is he going to be able to get up there in time? The Storm Raider Surge doing so much damage there. Oh! The burst damage coming out from Graves. Akali actually playing that pretty well. I thought she was going to delay there for a moment, and then unfortunately I didn't realize that Graves did have ult and able to take her out. Trying to push down that tower, not quite able to take it out in time. And unfortunately, they, for IU Bloomington at least, they lose First Blood Tower. But good news for Fort Wayne because First Blood Tower is a lot.
Yes, First Blood means a lot. How many gold do you get? Is it 500?
It used to be 400 for the person. It used to be about 1,000 gold across the board, but now I believe they nerfed it down to 800.
Oh, okay.
It still is a lot. It's still just 800 free gold in your back pocket, but it's not as broken as it used to be.
Hunters on the prowl. Run and hide.
I think I am too. Alright, so they are rotating. And we will see how this goes out. Galio does take out that pink ward, however, they can't really siege up mid lane at all. Not with the Ziggs. Oh, the Mantra Q coming out, and is the root going to land? If that is so, then it is going to be a dead Ivor. The burst coming out from Graves is so strong. The nerfs that he sustained is only for his mid and his late game, that magic resistant. Just absolutely eviscerating the Ivor there. Root landing from the Karma was very pivotal. Ooh, the nice satchel charge to get away from the Karthus, and the bubble with the ebb and flow. Oh, taking out Karthus. So much damage coming out from that Ziggs. Very, very well played from IP Fort Wayne. Very, very well played. They are going to end up losing bot tower over it, but they might be able to pressure down mid tower in exchange. Yeah, it looks like they're just recalling, not wanting to take that risk.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Vision just being cleared away from the side of Fort Wayne, losing a lot of vision on that bot side with the progression of red side. Yeah, he's really starving out this Ivern, making sure that Ivern doesn't have a path to get back in the game. Unfortunately for Graves, Ivern still at the end of the day has Daisy, and Daisy is so strong. The root, is it going to land? Nope, she flashes away. It is going to be an Infernal Dragon again, which is going to be really, really good for Bloomington if they can finish it off. But Fort Wayne really, really wants to be able to even it up so that this dragon does not matter, as well as they will be able to push down towers so much quicker if they're able to get another to get their first Infernal Dragon here. And this skin, ugh, it's disgusting. Makes me tilted. It tilts me. It just tilts me, man. I mean, it's a good skin. It's a good skin, don't get me wrong, but it just tilts me. It's, I believe it's, Tsushimi Akali? And, well, you would. Actually, speaking of Akali though, she had a really nice dodge. She dodged the taunt from Galio by using her W and dodging away from the Galio taunt. So that was actually really well played from Akali's part there. Learning and adapting on the fly to that happening. Ooh, nice dodge from the Q there from Vayne. And right back at it for that Infernal Dragon. The ultimate and the bubble landing from the Nami, getting caught out completely. However, the heal comes down, but she doesn't opt into taking the redemption instead of backing off. Oh, dies to it. Unfortunately wasn't enough. Deathfire Touch ended up finishing her off. Looks like Daisy's gonna go down here. They did secure the other Infernal, so on that, that's a lot of damage coming out. And it looks like Graves wants to. Oh, the Karthus ultimate coming down, and is it gonna kill anyone? It does not. Oh, it does get the Ivern actually afterwards. Oh, Pernelix on the Graves gets way too greedy and dives to the tower. He actually dashed towards the tower there instead of dashing away, because he does get that extra. I think it's 150 armor when he dashes. So he lost out so much. Like he only needed to take one more tower shot there, and instead he took 3 and ended up dying. He got really, really greedy. I understand what he was trying to do, because everyone was blinking health bars so low. But as much. Oh, I don't blame him either. I would have done the same thing. I mean, they just want to see those kills. Ivern doing Ivern things, playing with the jungle monsters. Even on stream. You're only using this one. He muted it. Alright, so the team fight is starting to break out. Graves does a lot of damage. Somehow dodges the ultimate from Nami. The Karma actually is having to flash away, but the ultimate comes out from Ziggs onto Karma. She ends up dodging it, and they're backing off. The ultimate does come out from, the headshot does come from Caitlyn. Not able to pick off Caitlyn. Or not the Caitlyn, sorry, the Graves. Ivern bushes, trying to slowly sneak forward here, and this is where Fort Wayne's comp thrives. They're at the tower, they have the long range, they have the shields, they have the heals, and they're just wanting to end this tower's life. Satchel Charge should be coming out here, and is it going to be enough? And it looks like, there it is. Execution of the tower from Satchel Charge does go down. And this is exactly what this comp is designed to do. They're designed to push into a tower, shield it, poke, and take down towers quickly, efficiently, and effectively. However, Bloomington is responding, and they staggered their recalls. So if Bloomington wanted to, they could have hard engaged there and tried to take the tower and kill. However, they decided to back off and reset the waves. Looks like people are starting to reset a little bit. And like I said, we don't see that hard engage from Bloomington. It's really starting to hurt them.
With no
Ooh, Karma dodging the ultimate that time. Ebb and flow landing, but it doesn't matter. The tumble from the Vayne, running away, is going to try to pick off Daisy here. And she does. Daisy actually being pretty much useless. That's actually a very, very good sign for Bloomington, because without Daisy, they don't really have a lot of disengage and peel. Nami ultimate's down as well, so they need to be careful for the next minute and a half or so with pushing up.
Blue.
Oh, Graves looking to try to assassinate the Sakali on the backside of this wave. And here it comes. Caitlyn slowly whittling away this Karma. Headshot does land, and it is enough to pick him up. Galio ult comes down. Not able to kill the Akali, actually. Nami coming up and saving Akali's life from the looks of it with that heal.
Nami got there earlier than Graves, so she could have saved her life.
Unfortunately, Karma ends up going down here. Due to slight misposition. And the double bubble from Nami, if they would have had members of the team there, they would have absolutely been annihilated.
The forest protects us all.
We do have Vayne trying to split in the bot lane, trying to catch up with that farm, still down 18 CS. That red buff on Caitlyn doing so much work, making sure that nobody can run away with that slow, and keeping her very, very healthy with that health regen. Vayne 1v1ing the Ziggs, and it is going to be enough. That third bolt with the true shots is going to be able to take him out after he flashes. Unfortunately, the only time you can cancel an auto attack with flash is if you flash into an area with no vision, and he flashed right next to minions. Vayne unfortunately looks like she's gonna go down here. She does, but the Akali falls as well, and the taunt lands on Ivan, pushing and flashing, actually having a flash out. The redemption coming down. A nice pickup kill off the backside of Vayne getting caught out. That was well played from IU Bloomington, but good job from Fort Wayne to make sure that Vayne did not continue to, well, surviving, but also being able to pick up free farm. Because that's what she's been trying to do. Vayne's just been free farming for the last 10 minutes almost.
Red team has slain the dragon.
That is going to be the third dragon over to IU Bloomington. And that ocean dragon actually going to be very, very pivotal for them if they're going to want to try to stay in the tower against all of this poke. Fort Wayne really, really needed that dragon with the team comp that they have. Ziggs having a nice defense there against the Graves, really chunking him very, very low without taking any kind of harassment on the backside as well. Akali actually is sitting off in the wings, looking to try to assassinate with this Nami. Graves sees it with the Scryer's Orb, trinket from, looks like it was Vayne's trinket, and ends up saving his life. I like the Q from Karthus, with this Karthus skin. It's very, very distinct. Huh?
I love purple.
Thank you, dear.
I mean, my reason is that it's a very distinct, like, you can dodge it because it's very distinct. In some of his other skins in his base skin, it's not quite as distinct and it's harder to dodge just because you don't quite know what's on it. And Vayne is actually looking to pick off the Ivern here. The Karma is here as well, but Akali is in the wing, so they are going to try to back off. Akali would be the absolute death of this lane. She had just used Condemn as well. So Bloomington is hovering Dragon, or Baron, I mean. They are clearing the wards. But the question is, do they want to start it? I mean, they definitely can take it down very quickly with those silver bolts from range, but realistically, I don't think that's a very good idea. And yep, they are going to start recalling now.
From the flag.
See, the problem with this is, even though Fort Wayne has a lot of tower pushing ability, they haven't really utilized it very well. And they've allowed Vayne to catch back up into the game to the point where Vayne's almost at 200 CS. She's hitting her stride. If she actually is very, very relevant in these fights now, or in the upcoming fights, because she was allowed to free farm, and they unfortunately weren't able to take any more towers out of it. They're down almost 1,000 gold now because of it. And the Akali is going to go down on the Karthus. Karthus actually not taking like any damage there. I was very surprised. Oh my goodness, that static shiv shot did so much damage. And the ultimate is going to finish him off and engage the fight here because they were able to... It was a very lazy flank, but it was effective, I guess. Graves and Vayne able to flank the rest of the team and pick up that Akali, and it is going to be onto the Baron here. Wanting to be able to quickly take this out so they cannot push anymore for the next 5 minutes or so. It's very, very easy Baron call for IUK Bloomington. They did give red buff back to Caitlyn, so I would not be surprised if we see another kill coming onto Caitlyn soon. She has been able to utilize that red buff very, very well this game, able to pick off multiple kills with the slow provided with it. Now they're finally starting to answer the Akali. Oh, that was a very good use of W to get back in range for the Akali without having to use ultimate. But
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
at 26 minutes in the game, the anti-siege that Ziggs provides is absolutely ridiculous. And the damage starting to come out from this Vayne is pretty disgusting. And it looks like she's not going to get that third proc off. Using that vision denial to guarantee that she doesn't get burst by this Akali. Akali playing it very well into that Vayne. Despite the fact that, the ultimate not actually doing any damage to Fort Wayne there. This Akali has been playing around her W very, very well. Oh, the flash coming out from Vayne to dodge the ultimate from Ziggs, flashing forward to pick off the Akali. Ziggs roaming down, and they do lose that wave clear in the mid lane. But it doesn't matter because Caitlyn does so much damage with that Hurricane, able to wave clear effectively. Oh, the heal! Oh, this speed up from the heal saved her life. Wow, that was close. And the root coming down onto the Graves. Graves taking a lot of damage. The ultimate coming down in the slow. Unfortunately, her red buff's gone here. Looks like it's going to be blocked by the Karma. It's very unfortunate for Fort Wayne that red buff and that red buff was depleted on Caitlyn, as well as she became out of mana. And a third Infernal third Infernal Dragon this game is going to be absolutely monstrous if IUK Bloomington can pick this up. However, if Fort Wayne needs to take this dragon, they absolutely have to fight over this dragon. If they don't, oh. 3 Infernals and an Ocean. I believe that's 24%. Increased damage. That is absurd. That is going to have so much damage coming out of this Vayne. This Vayne and Graves are going to, and I mean even Karthus as well, their damage dealers are going to do so much damage. This is absolutely disgusting. Galio actually taking quite a bit of damage there. And Caitlyn just stepping forward. That was actually one auto attack. That's a lot of. Ooh, that 1300 crit. Whoa! Whoa! That crit! That crit with the silver bolts did so much damage! I did not expect that at all.
Which it was a little different. I definitely didn't expect it. God. It's just gone.
That was extremely unexpected. I honestly thought that Caitlyn was going to win that fight. And then just absolutely destroyed. Pushing on the inhib now from IU Bloomington. Trying to force down these towers while they have an opportunity to. It looks like they're now going to start regrouping here and push out a side lane. Oh, no, they're actually going in. They're trying to kill the Nami here. Nami having the flash, but they are in a dangerous position. Nami forced to use the ultimate to disengage, but a nice two-man ultimate. They, IU Bloomington might be in trouble here a little bit. Nope, it looks like they're able to skirt around the side. Caitlyn ultimate being absorbed by the Locket. Graves just going to take out Daisy on his own here. Those auto attacks doing so much damage. And just knocking back Daisy, making sure that Daisy doesn't have any fun in this game.
Malice is afoot.
I'm not sure why. Oh, I don't know why Ivern decided that he was going to smite that. He could have used that on a different camp because Caitlyn was already up. Caitlyn's like one auto away from taking it. So I'm kind of surprised, but I mean, hey, it worked. They both got the red buff, which is ultimately what they wanted. And these crits coming out from Caitlyn are huge, which is actually the big reason why I'm surprised that she got 2 auto attacks back to back on that Vayne were not crits, and Vayne got a big crit with that last one. Yes. They both have 70% crit chance, I believe. Or no, 80%. But I'm just surprised that Caitlyn didn't crit 2 autos in a row and split push Vayne doing Vayne things, I guess. I mean, this looks like reminiscence of a solo queue Vayne. Ignore the team and push a side lane on your own. So, I mean, oh, that red buff coming out from Caitlyn doing a lot of damage to Sad here. Bloody red road. Oh my lord! So much damage coming out! And the negation from the Galio. The Galio saved the Vayne here with that ultimate, negating so much damage. Oh, nice dodge on... Wow, a quadra kill for the Vayne! Wow, so much damage coming out from the Vayne. So very, very well played. Good job from the Galio, because without that Galio, she would have died to that Ignite. The damage reduction from the Galio saved her. I think it's 40% at max rank, I'm not sure. But it looks like Karma might go down here. And yes, the Karma, is this the Akali resets? Oh no, it looks like Akali is going to be ended here very shortly, just being chased down.
Actually, I was waiting for the last kill, but she decided to back up using the first panda kill of the whole game.
I mean, she didn't want to be greedy. She was very, very low. So, probably a good decision on her part. Because Akali could have just ulted her and died. Yeah, not yet. It looks like this... Oh, she opted into getting Ghost Blade instead of a lifesteal item, so... She still has no lifesteal. Oh! The ultimate being forced out of Nami. Oh. Oh, going in. Oh my goodness, those crits do so much. Caitlyn getting 2-shot there. Oh my goodness, that Ivern damage. Or not Ivern damage, that Vayne damage onto Ivern. Wow.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I mean, oh, the flash taunt from the Akali. Oh, the missing dodge there. And Akali making the great escape to the minions.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And it looks like this is going to be game 1 finished for IU Bloomington. This is a best of 3 series if you're just joining us. All of our series in the winning bracket is going to be 3 games, and then the loser's bracket is 1 until you make it back into the tournament. So,
As soon as that's 5, we're going to game 2.
okay.
And that was fun.
And Mikey's not on.
The other casters are way outside the special read though. Can you turn off those lapels so I can make an announcement really quick? Huh?
You're so good casting.
They're both off. Both of them are off? Okay. No. Oh, that's really off now. And Daniel's is off too. This one's battery is low though. Okay, that's swap that out. Yeah, I know.
You guys heard this for one more.
You have until that timer hits 5. Oh, yeah. Wait, what's that? Oh, until feedback. Yeah. We're starting that at 5 minutes. We're having a 5 minutes. 10 minutes between. I only have one time. I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so all the signs over here. So you should write a number next to your name. Right? You basically just play each person the same number scores. If you lose, you just cross your name out. And then we'll read the numbers to ask you the person. Yes. Yes,
Write that and forget. You heard nothing. You saw nothing. You heard nothing but nothing.
Okay, so basically, what you have, right, which will be on the laptop of your video.
I was telling Brad to get out of the way. Alright. So the next screen is champion select. These are in order by 1, 2, 3. 1 is champion select. 2 is proposed match breakdown. We're not using 2. We're not using 3. Right? Why? Should have been muted.
Happy to sit this one out.
And we are back. First ban actually coming out Ivern, not wanting to have to deal with that again. Ivern was actually very, very frustrating to deal with in the early game. Actually flying through bans already. Warwick being banned, not surprised, not expecting him to be able to get Warwick the entire tournament. Lulu being the answer back, and now finally Galio. Galio actually was very, very strong last game and actually had a much higher impact than I thought he was going to have. So I was very surprised at that, and I was very pleased with how he was able to play that. And now we've slowed down considerably, taking our time with that final Morgana ban. Not wanting to triple ban the support this time, I see.
Impure fool.
And the Vayne ban comes out. I don't think anybody's surprised at that, but I mean, you never know. The Vayne damage last game was absolutely disgusting. It really shredded through the whole lineup from Fort Wayne. Caitlyn is going to be first pick, not wanting to have to deal with that tower pushing again. That was absolutely obnoxious to have to deal with in the early and the mid lane game. We are going to have to wait and see what the hover of Thresh Lucian. Oh, and the lock-in Thresh Lucian. I'm excited to see this possibility of Thresh plays. The White Stealer lane. No! How can you... No, how can you ever pick those? Come on. And for those of you that don't know, in the lore, Thresh basically stole Lucian's wife and put her soul in his lantern. No sexual innuendos are meant at all. It's just he put her soul in his lantern and that's it. The Nami is being hovered, so we will still see if Easy Ace is able to take that Nami for himself. And the Malzahar coming out from 3, it looks like. We'll have to see if these are actually going to... Oh, the Malzahar is locked in for 3. And it does mean that the Malzahar is going to be a mid laner. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen a mid lane Malzahar, well, too often, I should say. It still is around, but... I'm actually surprised that they didn't really flex pick that, though. Because Malzahar, you could have just assumed that it would be a support Malzahar, and then you could have bamboozled them and picked something else. So I'm a little bit surprised that they opted into picking Malzahar and Nami in the same draft. So a little bit of miscommunication there, probably. And oh, the hover of Ziggs again. Just a brief moment. The wave clear that Ziggs provides, and it is going to be the locked-in Ziggs. Ziggs provides just so much wave clear and so much utility with being able to take down towers and just deny so much if you're trying to siege up and push. And Gragas is going to be locked in, and this could be flexed to the jungle or the top. We don't know what Criticali is wanting to play this game. And she's not going to get the... Oh, there's no way this is a Master Yi. I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible team to pick Master Yi. I mean, they don't have a lot of CCs, so we're gonna have to wait and see what they turn back and reply with. And there's a Teemo. It can't be a Teemo. Satan is not allowed to play in this game. Satan can't play in this game. Oh, and Yi is locked in. This is interesting because basically they're saying, okay, we have to hold on for 25 minutes while my jungler AFKs. And the Nautilus is going to be the final lock-in for IU Bloomington. Wait, is this going to be an Urgot? I want this to be an Urgot so badly.
Urgot doesn't get enough love.
Urgot needs so much love.
Urgot is numero uno.
So the hover is going to be Tryndamere. I don't think Tryndamere does well into the Nautilus, and this still could be a Gragas top lane. We don't know yet. Oh, the Alawi coming out. Alawi actually does fairly well into the Nautilus, from my understanding at least. So let's take a look at these team compositions here. We do have the Nautilus coming out for the top lane. We have the Master Yi in the jungle. We have the Malzahar, the point-click lockdown from Malzahar, which is absolute cancer to have to deal with. We have the Caitlyn coming out from the AD carry, and we have Nami on support. For Fort Wayne, we have Criticali on the Illawi, who is looking to try to beat up this Nautilus in the top lane. We have Gragas in the jungle. We have Ziggs in the mid lane. We have Lucian at AD carry, and we have Life-Stealing Thresh as support. So looking at these two comps straight up, the problem I see is that Fort Wayne, unfortunately, does not have very much CC to be able to deal with this Master Yi. If Thresh is able to land a really solid hook, then yes, they can really lock him down. But unfortunately, that's really the only thing that they can do. So we do have a 3-minute delay here, and I believe for this delay we are going to we're just going to wait out this delay. For those of you who are actually at IUK Kokomo and are wanting to participate in the 1v1 tournament, come to the viewing room, and there's going to be a piano in the corner and with a blackboard behind it, and it has the rules on there as well as your opponent. If you are a part of it, you will have a number next to your name, and you will be matched up with the other person who has the same number. So if you are wanting to participate in the 1v1 tournament, make sure you make your way down to the viewing room, and hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, welcome back to Game 2 of IU Bloomington versus IP Fort Wayne. quick recap, first game ended in Vane split pushing and ending up taking the game for IU Bloomington, but this is a different game. And we have both sides drafted. We have Exorcism on Nautilus in the top lane. We have Pernelix on Master Yi in the jungle. We have 3 on Malzahar in the mid lane. We have Bloody Red Road on Caitlyn as AD carry. And we have Easy Ace as Nami in the support. Representing IPFW, we have Criticali playing Ilawi in the top lane. We have Coco Snus playing Gragas in the jungle. We have Experiment 626 in the mid lane on the Ziggs, and they're all flashing their masteries. We have Lucky Pat as Lucian in the AD carry position, and we have Keep Yourself Safe, stealing people's wives in the bot lane as support.
To Summoner's Rift.
A little bit of a cheeky invade. They're looking to try to get an advantage right from the get-go. And they don't have any vision yet, but do they know?
30 seconds until minions
I think
spawn.
they know. Yeah, I think they know. I don't think they were seen. I can't quite tell if they were seen. Oh, now they're for sure, but it was a good try on the side of Fort Wayne. However, it was unfortunately not enough. And IU Bloomington actually looking to take away the red buff here.
Minions have spawned.
Wait, Master Yi started with a pink ward. He started with a pink ward to make sure that they could not invade him in the top side. That's a very, very interesting start. And Alawi seeing right here, starting with the hook is...
Did you miss it?
I don't know if he should have started with the hook there. Probably should have waited until she got a little bit away and pulled him back in. However, slight mechanical issue, not a huge problem. And blue buff, it looks like, is going to be taken by Pernelix's Master Yi here. And forcing Alawi to actually back and burn that teleport is huge for the early game for Exorcism here. If he can take advantage and force out Alawi in the early game. Bloody Red Road and Easy Ace really already punishing the tower, but it does not matter because, they flash from the Caitlyn, stopping that gank in its tracks. That was very, very close. Very, very unpredictable gank there from Coco Snus. That was a very nice gank coming out from Fort Wayne. A lot of damage coming out on 3 there with the exploding minefield and the Q from Ziggs with that empowered auto attack. IU Bloomington looking to just try to... the Thresh Hook lands. Very well done. The Ignite comes down. He has no flash, but it is not enough. Actually, Lucian getting a little bit blocked by those minions. It looked like he should have actually been able to walk forward and be able to take those minions. Or take that last auto to kill it, but it looked like those minions kind of got in his way, unfortunately. The soul being ripped out of Nautilus there and just being beaten and battered by this Alawi. Taking out the entire soul, and now he gets to play the minigame. Dodge the tentacles. Hook just going fairly wide. The ebb and flow taking out. She's taking a lot of poke there and sustain. And the soul being ripped out again. This is not a good spot for Exorcism to be in. He needs to get out of here. He needs to hook away if he has it. If not, he's got to... He almost gets flash there. Criticali would have kept going. He may have been in need of 2 flash. The ghost coming out from 3 there. And the soul is ripped out again. A lot of damage coming down, but Master Yi is here. Exorcism takes too much damage. Dodging the tentacle, good from Master Yi. However, is he actually going to be able to finish this off? She has no... Didn't quite dodge it. Got the heal, but it was unfortunately not enough to able to live through one more auto. Well played from Pernelix. You don't really see a Master Yi gank. Oh, the flash body slam with the meditate, and actually they're choosing to fight this. They have the damage, they have the shields. If he gets that Q up, one more auto, and it is going to be a second kill to Master Yi. That is absolutely crucial for Master Yi to get going before 25 minutes. To have 2 kills at 5 minutes in the game, that's absolutely absurd. Now he doesn't have to be AFK from his team for as long. Bot lane just shoving this tower so hard, and the Thresh, wow, the Thresh landed there. That was, whoa, the tower damage bringing him down. That was very, very well played. Keep yourself safe with a huge hook coming out from the Thresh there. That was very, very well played. Bloody Red Road kind of needs to play safe here. Thresh does, oh, it does not have flash, but if he stepped up here and got a flay off that, he might just spell death for Caitlyn. Caitlyn did recall, so Fort Wayne really needs to push out this bot side quickly and then finish a recall as well so they can get the advantage. I'm actually kind of surprised that that you didn't just pull the soul out from him there. And then since she did have the minion advantage with that criticality. And that pink ward that Pernelix bought at level 1 is still there. We're 6 minutes in the game, and Dragus has jungle passed through there. So we'll see when his red buff comes back up again if he's able to spot it. Good dodge from the tentacle, but unfortunately he does get picked up by the soul. And the tentacle, oh, the double tentacle smack straight onto the soul and the body. These tentacles hitting Nautilus is keeping Alawi healthy, making sure that she does not have to leave. And pulled again, Soul. She does have ultimate. This is not good for Exorcism if he tries to continue fighting here. And the ultimate does come out. The ultimate from, oh, the flash Nether Grasp from, oh, the return kill from Alawi. And this is when you just say, back off. My mid laner's got it. Don't have to worry about it. Unfortunately, he did get a little bit greedy there, trying to bait in the Alawi with one more attack, but there were too many tentacles. Very, very well played from Alawi. And it looks like Caitlyn is just continually trying to keep these minions between her and Thresh while pushing in these towers over and over again. Missing quite a few minions there, unfortunately, though. Ziggs is here to gank. Oh, the flash flame, the ignite coming down in. Oh, the flash heal into the brush, but it is not enough. She ends up going down to the Lucian. Looks like Ziggs is actually able to get back to the mid lane before he loses any CS. Oh, the Thresh Hook landing, but is it going to be enough? Actually plays him out of some of the damage, and it is going to go down to Ziggs there, taking the Lantern to safety. Good pickup from Fort Wayne. A little bit of a skirmish there between Lucian and Caitlyn, and the Master Yi is top lane. Is the ult gonna come down? The ult does come down. Ooh, but it wasn't quite canceled. She's actually going out of her ult range there, unfortunately, and does die because of it. She needed to, Alawi needed to back off there if she wanted to live. Not able to get the maximum amount of damage from those tentacles because of the positioning that she walked to re-engage the Master Yi. Gragas is topside to ensure. Oh, and the pull. Master Yi actually started tanking that initially. Dodges it with the Q. And he still is tanking. Oh, the flash body slam from the Nautilus. Very well played. Exorcism on this Nautilus might go down here with that red buff slow. And the chilling smite actually as well. That body slam is almost up. And the flash down here in the bot side. The nice hook, nice play from the Thresh. This Thresh is really popping off this game. I have seen so many very, very clean hooks. And overall, across the map, it's a 3-0 victory for for Fort Wayne. And this tower is going to go down. Oh, the wasted Nami ult. The Thresh Lantern ensuring that she gets out, or that Lucian gets out safely. Not sure that Lucian would really want to touch that Lantern, but I mean, if it saves his life, I guess it saves his life. Good dodge from the tentacle from Nautilus there. Hook landing from the Nautilus. Canceled auto from Alawi, and max range soul rip. Fantastic pull from Criticality there. Not sure why Exorcism is still there taking the damage. I mean, I understand that you don't want to, have to play with the minigame, but at the same time, you're allowing Alawi just to heal up over and over and over again constantly by not walking out of that range of the soul. And another soul rip. He needs to back out of this. He needs to break the tether here. By not breaking the tether, he's taking so much free harass. This looks like a dead 6. Oh. Wait, what? I mean, alright. I guess Ziggs doesn't die. Well played from Ziggs. I'm surprised that Master Yi didn't follow with the Q. Well played from Ziggs. However, he is about a quarter health, and it looks like Master Yi is topside here to fight Gragas. The red smite does come down, and the true damage proc. Oh! That exploding Gragas barrel actually didn't move him. I thought he was going to go over the wall because of that, but unfortunately he didn't. The Caitlyn 90 caliber net does get her to safety away from that box. That would have probably spelled death for her if that box lands. They are a level down in this bot lane. And Bloody Red Road is out of mana here on this Caitlyn, so if they can engage on with the solid hook, he's pretty much dead without any kind of jungle help. The problem, so the problem that is going on right now is, yes, IU Bloomington is down by 1,500 gold. However, 3 of their team's kills are on the Master Yi. He's already starting to become a threat, and he hasn't even finished a real item yet. So they need to end this game pretty much now before the game, oh, this is an Ocean Dragon over to Fort Wayne, which is fantastic for lane sustain as well as mid-game sieging. And another soul gets ripped from Exorcism. Unfortunately, he has had a tough time into this Alawi topside. Master Yi does get that red buff. He's ulting, and he is gonna finish off the... Yes, he does. He finishes off... Ooh. Oh, that heal coming out. And the Ziggs blocks the ultimate from the Caitlyn. lot of damage coming out from that Caitlyn. Saving Lucian's life. And Alawi has just taken over top lane. Tentacles everywhere, making sure that Nautilus doesn't have a say about getting back into this game at all. A lot of damage coming down from this mid tower. Bringing it down to about 2/5 health or so. However, unfortunately, they still have yet to take bot tower before rotating mid. So losing out on a lot of standing gold there. However, it doesn't matter so far because they have been closing the gold lead. They were just 1,500 gold down, and now they're only 400 gold, and they haven't taken any major objective. So I'd have to look at the CS numbers here, but top lane is pretty even. Oh, there's the discrepancy. Master Yi is up by 80 CS at 15 minutes. That is absurd. That is actually disgusting. He's 2,300 gold ahead of Gragas. That is absolutely disgusting, and it looks like Bloody Red Road here is going to actually be in trouble. The flash body slam from the Gragas, and we looked away. We don't get to see it. Oh no! Malzahar ends up going down. These space aids not able to pick up the Gragas. Unfortunately, sometimes the viewing bot betrays us, but it's all right. We get most of it, so we're good. Much better than what I could control if I was in control. So I don't even care. No, I know. Unfortunately, sometimes the game doesn't really have the best decision-making skills when it wants to auto block where it follows. Just the ceremonial clearing of the pink wards across the map. This is actually some pretty decent vision from Fort Wayne here, and the Nethergrass actually landing onto Thresh here with that silence landing, and it is going to be a solo kill picked up for 3. Thresh caught out, not actually having any kind of assistance when he went to go clear those wards. And unfortunately, now that the mid game has happened, you cannot go solo alone into an area where you have no vision. You're just asking to die, unfortunately. Oh, actually, an interesting animation, or not animation, but interaction between Malzahar and Alawi is if Alawi pulls Malzahar when he has his spell shield up, spell shield pops and you still pull the soul. So, oh, Master Yi eating the culling to the face does not matter, doing so much damage. Ooh, that was a very nice play from Keep Yourself Safe, forcing Caitlyn to take the full maximum damage in that center circle from that 6. Very, very well played. Keep Yourself Safe has been doing absolute monstrous amounts of work this game. Really ensuring that this Caitlyn gets to have absolutely no fun in this game. He says, last game was fun for you, Vayne, but not this game. This game you're on Kate and you're mine. A little bit of a bushy here. Oh, is Thresh gonna walk straight into it? Oh no, he walked straight. What was that bubble? That was an interesting bubble. The setup from the assassination attempt from IU Bloomington ends up paying off, and it looks like Criticali does not care about Nautilus, just wants that tower. Pulling the soul, I'm assuming here? No, it doesn't pull the soul yet. Interesting. Looking to just try to wave clear here and push in the tower, getting that free gold. Another buff stolen from, stolen away from IP Fort Wayne, and this Gragas is just having a hard time. Ooh, nice smite away there from Gragas though. This Gragas has had a hard time against Pernelix's Master Yi. Master Yi being 7-1-1 already. It's not even 20 minutes in the game. This is absolutely absurd. Finishing 2 items. He's almost 4,500. He's 4,500 gold ahead. No. He's almost 4,000 gold ahead. That's absolutely gross. This is what you have nightmares of in solo queue, when you have an enemy Master Yi that's 7-1 and has 160 farm by 20 minutes. And the Master Yi actually goes in solo, a little bit ambitious there. Still picks up the Zig, but he's still alive. Fresh ending up playing. He's going to give his life for the cause. But overall, 2-1 shut down on the Master Yi. So the question is, what can they do with the Alawi? Wait, how did the Alawi die? Oh, Alawi died in there too. I didn't even realize that. Bloody Red Road, what are you doing? You took the blast cone over the wall to kill yourself. Why? You're inting. This is also what we have nightmares about in solo queue. Come on, man. All right, a little bit slower game now as people start to reset these lanes and start to take a little bit of a breather there. That is a lot of Voidlings taking out that blue buff. Malzahar's like, yeah, you got this. Does the walk away. Nautilus and Malzahar actually going top. Nautilus trying to, or not Nautilus, oh, if she lives through this, she's gonna ult, and here she's gonna just lifesteal through it all. I knew that was gonna happen. So when you pull the soul, that actually gives you, oh, we'll talk about that in a second. Your 3 is actually about to go down. His life is so low, that last empowered auto attack from the Ziggs able to pick him up. So, but yeah, the problem of Master Yi splitting the bot lane against the Gragas, and he can 100-0 the Gragas very, very quickly. He's 130 CS up and 6 kills. Oh, the ultimate coming down from the Nami, wanting to make sure. Oh, the headshot coming down. Ooh, that was, I think, the first real like hook that I've seen really miss. I know he's missed a few more, but I really paid attention to. Cheeky Nami stealing away that pink ward. That's a minion's worth of CS there of gold, buddy. Another Ocean Dragon going over to IU Bloomington. Doesn't look like they are going to be able to contest this one at all. So the question is, what does Fort Wayne do to get back in this game? Because you have this 5-1 Ziggs, and he can just wave clear and not care. And he actually chunks down Caitlyn to below half health with just the Q and the exploding mines. That is not looking good for Caitlyn here. Oh, that was very ballsy from Caitlyn.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Ooh, the Ginsu's coming out from Master Yi. And whoa! Absolute deletion! Okay, here's something that you guys should know. If you're playing against an Alawi and she pulls your soul, do not fight her. She will ult and get extra tentacles based on if she has a soul and based on the amount of people around her. You have to dodge tentacles. And unfortunately, this game, nobody's dodged tentacles. Even the Master Yi, who's ulting and has all this move speed, you have to be able to dodge those tentacles. They are very, very explicit when they're on the map. And another soul being pulled from this Alawi. And by the way, That was a 2-5 Alawi. Oh, the nether grass landing, and is the knockup, the headshot, and it's not going to be enough. Oh, the Voidlings end up picking it up. The Alawi does not have ult here. Another hook landing onto this Nami. And, oh, the center shot hitting Nami, ending her career. And another Q landing onto Caitlyn. She is dropped incredibly low here. Blinking health bar on the side here, and still wants to farm the jungle. I mean, alright. Just be careful, man, you might die. Nautilus shoving out the bot lane, but I think as soon as Alawi shows her face in lane, she is, Nautilus is gonna back off here. Yeah, she has ultimate up now, so he knows he can't really stick around. Oh, the Master Yi, red smite, flash, gun, and gunned down. No pun intended, since Lucian's the gun master. Ooh, looking to try to pick off the Ziggs here. Not actually able to land that nether grasp. I think if 3 on that Malzahar would have ulted or flash there, I think we could have done something. Ooh, barely dodging that. See, they're learning. Good. They're dodging the tentacles. And this is that honestly has been a problem for everybody. Nobody has been respecting the fact that even though she was 2-5, she finished Black Cleaver and Death Stance. That already spells trouble. And oh, and you have to break this chain. Just walk out of this chain. No, don't go back into it. Oh, taking so much extra damage for free. You really gotta back off when she pulls your soul. IU Bloomington actually took the gold lead. I didn't even realize. They're up by 400 gold now. Top lane's ahead by a small margin. Jungle's ahead by a huge margin. But the bot lane and the mid lane is where Fort Wayne actually has most of their gold sitting. The question is, with this Executioner's Calling, is Caitlyn actually going to be able to make a dent in this Alawi? Dodging the tentacles perfectly fine. See, Alawi doesn't get any health for it if she dodges the tentacles. The engage from the Nami there, and dodging the explosive cast with that Q. That was very, very well played. Pernelix dodging the Q, and it's not going to be enough. Oh, the body block. Very, very well played from Exorcism, saving Master Yi's life there. 2 more culling shots, and he would have absolutely died. So very, very well played from this Nautilus. And very well played as well from the Ziggs. Ensuring that, again, he does not go down to Master Yi. And that's been quite a few times he's actually had a near scrape with death against Master Yi, who, by the way, is 10-3 if you weren't looking. So that's quite impressive, especially for someone as squishy as Ziggs. Oh, here comes the ultimate. As soon as they get in range, there it is, the flash ultimate coming out to make sure that she gets 4 X tentacles sitting around her. But they do back off. Very good, very well played from them. They do pull him, so he does take all that extra damage, and he's going to die. But it does not matter, because I believe that she should go down. Yeah, she does go down. See, that's how you're supposed to play it. Unfortunately, they went in just a little bit too early, back on the re-engage on her, and her ultimate was still up. Nautilus taking way too much damage there on the backside of that. But 3 Dragon coming out from IU Bloomington off the backside. They do trade a tower for it, but I believe that the 8% extra the 8% extra damage across the board is going to be very, very useful. Especially since the gold is so even right now, even after that tower take. So having those permanent stats over having a temporary slight lead, I would say, is arguably much better. Bloody Red Road just continuously pounding away at these towers. I mean, he hasn't necessarily had the best game this game. Oh, is that hook gonna land? Oh! Deathfire Touch is... Oh, I knew it. Deathfire Touch, unfortunately, finished off Caitlyn, dodging the Thresh Hook, but the AoE from that Ziggs Q was enough to pick him off. Red buff going over to Lucian, trying to make sure that he can stay relevant in this game, make sure that he can keep that lifesteal and see if he can actually make as much use out of it as he did last game on that hit. Nautilus grabbing that Gragas there, and oh, the explode! Oh, the spell shield from the passive on that Malzahar. Another grass finding his thing, culling coming down, but it does not matter. Nautilus doesn't give a damn. He just eats the culling to the face and says, "Look at me, I'm Nautilus. You can't touch me." Nautilus is absurdly tanky at this point, and he doesn't even have that much armor yet. They're actually starting up the Baron here. That is a lot of damage coming out from Fernalix's Master Yi. We don't even need Caitlyn. They're just like, stay mid lane. We don't need you. That was a very, very free Baron, not actually able to respond on the side of Fort Wayne at all. Master Yi looking to finally kill Ziggs. The great escape artist cannot escape a third time in a row.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So, Bloody Red Road looking to push down mid lane. Oh, hook went wide. Thought he was going to dodge the other direction. That was a lot of damage coming out from this Caitlyn onto the Lucian.
Red team's turret has
Looking to
been
just
destroyed.
trap up that mid line, make sure that no one can really engage onto her. Just using those minions very, very effectively. That flashback maybe been a little bit... Oh, they trade kills. You know, that's actually not too bad in this situation. Master Yi is still alive, so they can easily disengage from that. And another grass lands onto Alawi, and she can't even ult, unfortunately. Gragas went down as well to the Master Yi, who is absolutely unbelievably fed this game. And it looks like that is going to be an inhib. I don't think they can take anything else. Maybe they can. They might be able to take it. No, no. They do have Baron empowered minions here. Master Yi does not care. He just doesn't care. No health, no problem. And the hook does land. But unfortunately, there's no follow-up. Easy Ace almost going down by that tower. Culling coming out. And the move speed from the zoning Nami ult is going to be enough to end the game. And the flash forward from the Master Yi. The Nether Grasp landing from Malzahar again.